take a look, the outside portion that this has been wrapped and maintained with is dirty. It's easy enough. I'm going to show you how easy it is to clean this off. Not power washing. Power washing is not recommended for doing windows or anything around there, because one of the things that you can do, even though we use a top quality caulking, is you can blow with a power wash, if you've got it set too high, all the caulking out of your window and create leaks. So it's not a good idea to do that. This is something that should be done by hand. It's easy enough to do. We can clean the vinyl, we can wipe that down, and we can wipe down the capping. Again, it's a good quality glass cleaner, works perfectly on this. You'll see it happen here in a second. But one of the first things we want to talk about is the exterior screen. All right, the exterior screen rides up and down. It's meant to be at the bottom. This is where the window that's commonly open the most. The screen is located at the bottom, but it does ride on a track. Now, if you want to remove the screen, take the screen over to someplace convenient, all of them at one shot, and hose them down to clean them out. Because screens do get dust in it, they get pollen in it, depending on where you're located. If you're in a woodsy location like this, the pollen in the springtime is unreal. So in order to get the screen out, you raise it up a couple of inches, grasp the top and the bottom rail, push it to the right. The springs are located on the right. What you're doing by pushing it to the right is depressing them, allowing this side of the window, the screen itself, to come out. You put it back in, you do just the opposite. You push it in and you let it go, and it'll go into the track on this side. Now, the importance of this and what you want to be doing when you take this out. First thing, there's a seal across the bottom here. If you look at this screen, you'll see we got a bug, we got dirt. They're not too bad, but sometimes the dirt will build up in it so much that it'll clog this. And that's not a good thing, because when it does clog that, there are two weep holes here in your window. They're designed so that any moisture, if you get a driving rain or whichever, it comes out and escapes, runs off. Now, the other thing too here, this is going probably a springtime project, but again, you want to make sure that this is also clean out here so that you don't get the buildup. The easiest way to clean this, again, the screen itself, this can be a hose. That's not a problem. The exterior portion, good quality glass cleaner, works well. Squirt it. You can squirt the capping portion of it. And if you want to, even, we'll do the middle of the window here and begin to use a few paper towels. Just wipe it down, wipe it off. Again, you can see even the caulking is beginning to look better. Clean the front of it off. You don't want to use anything stronger than this, because you can have reactions, again, with the outside pollutants. But again, and don't power wash. Power washing will create more leaks with your window. Now, if you need to, if you've got a buildup of dirt like this down there, you can take the hose and squirt it lightly. You could also use a small screwdriver if you had it. I happen to have something in my pocket here that'll work. Just clean that out so it's all gone. Clean it up. Wipe it down across the face. And then I sprayed the side again, it dried up. And we'll just clean down along here. So again, taking your window, taking the dingy, take a look, gives you an idea of what we cleaned off. We did that much in a matter of just a few minutes. And Bob Deal Castle Windows. This is a project that happens to everybody. A storm door. A storm door sometimes comes out of adjustment, where the door will actually swing, sometimes even pushing you into the house as you're going through. If you take a look here, this is a prime example of it. I open this door, and boy, it's just swinging closed right away. Now, is anything broken? Is anything wrong? No. It's a pump that operates the door, which is this portion right here. the self-closing pump that operates the door that's causing it to close too quickly. Ideally, what we want to do is we want to adjust this so that the door will come closed gradually and then the last little bit click and lock in place. Now, the first thing that you want to do is you have this little piece here that is the hold open feature of the door. You'll see that there's two little nubs there. You want to make sure when you're closing it that this is back past those nubs. Right now we want to keep it into the hold open feature, so we want to pull it up, push it against the pump, and leave it right there. Now the best way to do this in this situation with the way this is acting, here on the end of the pump there is an adjustment screw. Requires a Phillips head screwdriver. If you will take and turn it all the way in on clockwise, setting it all the way in so it doesn't go any further. Don't strip the screw out, but turn it all the way in. Now you have a beginning point to adjust the door. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to undo it by pushing against the door, take the bracket, hold open bracket, and push it all the way to the back. And we're going to let go of the storm door now and see what happens. Up. See? It won't close. The pump is at that closed down maximum. It's not going to close any further than that. It's not allowing the air to escape. So the first thing we'll do is let's take and rotate this counterclockwise twice. Once, twice. Let it close again. Now, you'll hear the air escaping out of it, and as you see, it does eventually close. It should be a little faster than that, so we don't allow, a lot of energy or critters. So let's do another turn, making it 3 turns. We'll see what happens now. That works just fine. It closed, swung closed. It took a couple more little small swings and then closed and locked. If you want to, maybe you want it a little bit slower than that, so we'll take and put a half turn back on it. The door closes easily without hitting you or running into your ankles or hitting you from the back. And that's how you adjust the storm door pump. Now, if you do that and the pump does not work,